Hello again and welcome to another episode of Anime Splash. My name is Neil Trotter.
And I'm Ricky Morris.
Alright, so today we're going to follow the recommendation of another one of our commenters, the person that commented on our YouTube video. He goes by the name Bugs Explode, and he recommended that we watch a show called Umineko When They Cry. It's a mystery horror series. So we checked it out. And we got some things to say about it. So, but first, why don't we go with a very simple plot breakdown by Ricky?
Yes. So this anime is based off of a series of visual and sound novels, and in it's basically like a classic whodunit story. It's got all the elements are there. You know, you have this rich family, and they go to this every year they meet up on this island, to discuss assets and stuff like that. And the grandfather's getting on in years and he's about to die and whatnot, and they're talking about splitting up the money and whatnot. But then but there's this legend about how the family became rich because of this huge pile of gold given to them by this witch named Beatrice. And there's this, and this letter shows up telling everyone that that she's gonna start taking everything back, including their lives. So everyone starts dying one by one, and there's this whole mystery of whether or not this witch is real or not, or it's just someone just killing everyone. So it's just a good classic whodunit.
Yep. So when Ricky says classic whodunit, he really means classic whodunit. This is very the hallmarks, the cliches are all there. You got rich people, our family, extended family fighting over inheritance. You got the classic intrigue, a little bit of backstabbing, a little he said, she said. Ricky mentioned they even have the whole butler thing. They got the whole staff of maids and butlers there. Maybe they are involved. And also they throw in the whole paranormal thing, which many murder mystery whodunits have. This time we're dealing with a witch. Sometimes it's a ghost or some sort of. It's a legend. This show has a legend. A lot of times it revolves around a legend. And so it's got all. It's like if you ever played the board game Who or watched any type. Who, the board game Clue. It's like that type of thing. But even despite it being very classic and very formulaic, it's actually a really good anime. And we've been at least I've been trying to pinpoint exactly why it makes this anime is really good. But Ricky said the sentence, they just did it right. And the execution is really good. I guess it's really enjoyable because the show sets it up where things start going crazy, and then all these theories start popping up, and the show starts putting you down one theory, and then it kind of maybe not disproves it, but starts getting you along another theory, and then another theory pops up, and it's this classic I wonder what the heck is going on. That whole thing is interesting. I guess there's a reason why these shows work, because you're trying to figure it out. The characters in the show are trying to figure it out. There's got all these theories, and then you think you kind of have a clear understanding, okay, I think I know what's going on, and then something crazy happens, it just goes out the window, but then it doesn't, kind of a little bit still there, maybe. So it's a lot of questions and a lot of murder mystery involved, and they got the murder, which is they incorporate murder pretty well in this one. So it's not I brought up the board game Clue, but it's not so much like Clue where it's really standard. You got the what's the characters, Colonel Mustard and Miss Scarlet, you don't got the. I mean, it's not that classic. They work with the hallmarks, but they do it in a way that's really intense and entertaining and thrilling and suspenseful. But most importantly, it's really entertaining just to watch it and see these characters. Of course, when murders start happening, the characters start accusing each other, like they start, going off these theories, and they share it with another, and then they're like, well, I don't really think that's what it is, but maybe that is what it is. And it's pretty interesting. It's pretty cool. I actually liked it. So the basically one of the best thing about this show, in my mind, is the whole twists and turns. For me, it wasn't about like trying to. I mean, the joy is not about finding exactly what's going on, or like, oh, aha, I got it. I finally get. That's not where the joy comes in. For me, the joy was just going along this roller coaster ride of like, okay, now it seems like it's this way. No, it's like this way. Uh-oh, no, it happens this way. Oh, somebody got killed. It's that way. Uh-oh. That person's not as mean as I thought they were. Okay, it's just something else. All types of scenarios and situations that it's like a roller coaster ride of suspense and thriller and murder and mystery and even some horror. It's all thrown in there. It's a nice package. And I liked it. Yes, so to get to the whole point of Anime Splash, we watched the first 3 episodes of the anime, and after that we decide whether or not we want to continue watching the show. Yeah, I would continue watching the show, despite the fact that it's a very standard setup of the whodunit type of formula. It works very well. Now, Ricky, would you watch it?
Yeah, I would. It's interesting. I'm more interested in it's like whether or not if there's a witch or not. So it's like they sort of, do a couple of things, or maybe there's something paranormal going on, maybe not. But they have, they stuck in some creepy things like magic signs and stuff like that. And just like like the murders are like really mysterious. It's just like you have like locked room mysteries. Like where stuff going on in the locked room is like how did someone get in there, and just like, but yeah, just like it's a really interesting way how they're setting everything up.
Yeah, it's just so amazing because it's not different or unique. It's just very just entertaining. Yes. What did you say that sparked? Well, one of the things was that made me think about was, sometimes like a locked room. It reminded me of this point in the show where one of the characters starts going off on this theory, and you're like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That really makes sense. And she still keeps going, like, oh, I put this here, so obviously this is gonna happen, and this person probably had to do it. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. And all of a sudden, another character pops out of nowhere. But yeah, but you know what? This and that and other thing. And I'm like, uh-oh, no, he's right. You think like, oh, I got it. Wait a minute. No, I don't. But maybe he has it. No, he doesn't have it either. Who has it? And then you had the whole witch thing. That was it. And this is a classic thing they have in shows. Like a lot of shit. Even like the very first, like that. It brings me back to the old black and white movie House on Haunted Hill, where they do the same thing, where they throw in some paranormal activity or some witch or some monster in there. But you're always questioning, is it really like a real monster existing, or is it just some person setting it all up to make it seem that way and make people trip? So they won't, accuse somebody. They'll accuse this paranormal thing instead of accusing an actual real life human being that's the real culprit. Now you always questioning that in your mind. At least I was like, I wonder, is it really this witch legend that they have, or is it really setting up? I don't know. It's just the questions are there. And it's hard to pinpoint, and it's really kind of hard to pinpoint why exactly I like this show, but I do a lot. What can we say? Sometimes the show is just entertaining because it's just entertaining. That's good enough. Any other comments you want to say?
Just
basically said it all.
I don't know, that one little girl's kind of annoying.
The little girls get annoying, and then she actually has a mommy in the show, and she was punishing him and her in a way that I kind of you might think like, oh, that's kind of cruel, but I mean, I don't know. This girl's so annoying. Maybe I didn't kind of feel that much sympathy.
But yeah, she turns like she gets better. Like she becomes like kind of creepy. I don't know. I kind of like that more. I got like it started liking that character more when she became sort of creepy.
Well, that girl confuses me because
it's like
what is going on?
Yeah, it's like it does seem like she's kind of in on it.
Is she in on it, or
is she just great, just weird?
Yeah, or is she maybe possessed? That's what I was thinking at first. At the very first, I was like, maybe some ghost or some witch got into her and using her body or something, or maybe she's crazy, or maybe she's in on it. You know, I mean, and there's just so many different theories you can go off of, and I think that writers are trying to do so. It's not just her; it's all these characters. It's like, what is going on? But you gotta watch it to find out what's going on, or come up with your own theory. I'm sure there's like hundreds of thousands of them, and each one is, you know, everybody thinks theirs is the valid one. So, you know, and I think maybe that's why the show's good. So I can see why this would have a large fan base, because there's a lot of debate. I mean, you can sit here for hours and talk about it. We just saw the first 3 episodes. So sure, you can keep on going. But yeah, that's that. So until next time. Oh, and by the way, if you want us to watch a show, just comment. We'll try and catch a show and see how it is, and tell you what we think. That's always cool to do. But so again, we got this other person, Bugs Explode. We added somebody else. They recommended these really good anime. They're right. I was expecting some people to recommend anime that sucked, but no, not yet. So we'll see. But until next time, catch Anime Splash.